The following podcast contains strong language and ridiculous cartoon scenarios conjured up by two self-proclaimed comedy wizards. Between you and me, they're more like Saturday morning court jesters fueled by sugary cereal. But either way, the opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their well-intentioned hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Unless, of course, you want to pay them to say something else. You could always use a new pair of shoes.
Hey everybody, who are we? Where are we? Oh, welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Matt.
And I'm Brent.
And we're here to bring the review party to you. But is it just you and me, Brent? The question on my mind is, are we alone?
You tell me, man. What a leading question you posed for me today.
Last episode, we were talking about space aliens just a little bit, and in the interim week, I listened to a podcast called That One Time I Was Abducted by Aliens. It's a bit of a long name, but whatever.
I like it.
And the two girls on it were kind of like really into aliens. And it's like when you used to flip through TV channels when that was a thing we had to do, and you'd see like the public access church channel, and you're just like, whoa, those people, like, I'm a Christian person, but those people are super Christian. Like,
right. It's a whole new level that your mind didn't even, as a kid, didn't even realize they're out there. Even as an adult, I'm still realizing the extent that some people are religious, you know?
Yeah, so it was like that, but for aliens. Like, I like to think of myself as an open-minded person, not a crazy person. Their universe is vast and unknown, but these girls were talking about this like at a level of seriousness that I felt like I was watching those church stations again. Right.
The what's that ETWN? I want to say. What is that? The name of the big church channel? I don't remember. All I remember is like all that was on there was either those really, really low budget after school specials, or just like a nun talking to a room of people, like CNN for Christians or something. But like back to the topic. So are you posing the question whether or not I believe?
I'm posing that question. Do you believe? There's a strange coincidence, actually, for me, and we can stretch this into ghosts if we want, but specifically on aliens. There's a Canadian politician, or at least he was a politician, he's written books too, named Paul Hellyer, who is like, he is very much into aliens too. There's no relation that I know of, unless it's some alien relation that we have, but maybe I can reach out to him and say, hey, let's dish on some aliens. Uncle Paul. So are we alone?
Old Uncle Paul. Hold on, Don't bring up aliens around your Uncle Paul. He will not get off it. But, I do. I mean, I feel like as vast, as you touched on, as vast and wide as the universe is, I don't know if the aliens out there are necessarily our sci-fi aliens. I don't know, you know, if they, I think maybe, like, what if their technology is about the same as ours, at about the same level? What if, you know, we're the ones with the advanced technology. We're just not quite there yet. You know, what if whatever life form they are is not even really comprehensible to the sort of humanity that we have? Maybe it's totally different, which a lot of sci-fi writers, like that one movie that with that girl that looks like Pam from The Office about communicating with aliens, or Slaughterhouse 5 touches on.
That's a crazy cool point. Yeah. Usually I think there are either going to be some creatures we can't communicate with, or like they'll be way advanced. Like, I remember reading about how they shot NASA or whoever has shot out just capsules of cool stuff, cool Earth stuff. And it's like, ooh, on this disc is recorded a whole bunch of Earth music. And also here are the ashes of the guy who discovered Pluto or something like that. And I would just get in my head and think, what if they sent back his clone? And then they want to
Whoa.
get paid for that. They're like, oh, you sent us the dead. Here he is, good as new.
Here's what
Pay
when
up.
you said Earth pop music, I was thinking oh yeah, they definitely sent a Prince album, and then and I was like, oh, and they literally sent a Raspberry Beret with it, sort of as a theme, and they
Right.
send back another Prince.
Oh,
I want to be on the alien planet that gets the Prince themed capsule.
because he knows about Purple Rain, and that's all the rage. Like, it's a natural phenomenon on alien planets.
Yeah,
We have
what
to
if-
assume?
What if XE 2712 gets the Prince one? Here's Purple Rain, and they're like, oh, this man, he knows of us. He is among us. And then they hear working up a black sweat, and they look at their foreheads, and black sweat pours out of it. So, Prince is an alien, dude.
He could be formerly
Prince is-
known as human.
Yeah, the artist formerly known as a human. Yeah, if there's any artist, I feel like, saying like, oh, Lady Gaga is an alien, that's played out. Like, she's just
Elvis,
weird for the sake
yeah.
of being weird. No hate, I love Lady Gaga, but it's obviously a bit. It's a thing. It's a gimmick,
Mhm.
and I'm not saying it's a bad one, but Prince, that dude's wacky, dude.
Transcendently wacky.
His very being transcends wackiness. He's like a Looney Tune character, dude. He's like a low energy Looney Tune. Him and Bugs Bunny could really have some great bits.
Yeah,
Or him and Marvin Martian.
they just jam all day.
Have you heard the new Prince album? It's a bad Marvin Martian.
Well. Anyway, speaking of, if you're gonna do a bad impersonation, a bad voice, then I'm gonna try a bad voice as well. And I'm gonna use the same segue I used last week because it was a sick segue and I loved writing it. So speaking of people and places they're not from, aliens, as it were, in a place foreign to them. I have a review here from TripAdvisor of Zhongyang Pedestrian Street in Harbin, in China. It's a Heilongjiang province, the northernmost province of China.
Mm-hmm.
It's also known colloquially as the Central Street. It's a pedestrian street in this northern Chinese city.
Okay.
Spicy Lulu from Sydney, Australia writes, she titles her review, Summer Nighttime Stroll. Super clean, cobblestoned, tree-lined boulevard with amazing architecture. A unique experience. Loads of sausages and ice creams and fruit drinks and Russian influence. Buildings are signposts with historical information. People are orderly, relaxed, and most are young. The calmness is a little arresting. Do not see another Westerner the whole time. Checkmark. Taxi back to hotel. Interesting, cause share cabs, think Uber pool, are all the go. No seatbelts, strap is fitted but buckle removed. Safe as fuck. 3 stars.
3. All right, Governor, where's them other 2 stars there, mate? Oi, Gov, you feeling a little bit speechless over there, right, mate? You got a nice
little bit spooked.
Chinese Central Street there, Gov. Sounds like you had a great time, yet you couldn't throw them an extra 2 stars, mate.
It sounds like everything I would want in any street. Sausages, ice cream, fruit drink.
Sausages, ice cream, fruit drink.
What more could
Cobblestone.
You want seatbelts too?
Oh, so that was the 2 stars. No seatbelts in the cab.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, she would go insane if she heard about American public school buses.
Oh yeah. When you hit those bumps and your head hits the ceiling.
Oh, I used to know my school bus route home so well. In Menominee, the small town I live, the kids that rode the buses, in big cities, the city kids ride the bus because everyone in the city rides the bus. But in small towns, the kids that live like out in the county, out in the sticks, as it were, they're the ones that ride the bus because it's a long ride for their parents. It's a long commute, so the kids that live in the city can just walk. But I used to know my bus route so well that I would nap. I would like half nap with my head against the window, and with my eyes closed, I would like know where the bumps were.
Oh
I would lift my head up. Right. Yeah, it was just, I was like writing a beautiful nap symphony of head movements to make sure I didn't bash my skull into the like bulletproof windows on those things.
Yeah, I had some interesting bus trips as a kid.
I think everyone that rode the public school bus had a time. I don't think there's one, normal bus driver.
No.
Nothing against bus drivers. If you're a bus driver out there, nothing but respect for you.
Hey,
That's
Rhonda.
not an easy job.
Much love. I had some good bus drivers. Larry, the bus driver, gave me Garfield's comic books, and he let us have water fights. He'd just bring bottles of water and throw them at each other. So that was cool. He had a snowplow once.
Yeah, my bus driver, Ivy, shout out Ivy, she backed into someone's mailbox once, and we had to I remember just sitting there while she, I don't know, tried to talk to the person.
Yeah,
this whole and just being like, isn't this illegal? Shouldn't we I would just want to go home. I feel like that takes precedence over their stupid mailbox.
Right.
And in out where I lived in the county, having your mailbox stuck in the ground was stupid because snowplows would take them out every year. So our mailbox was just a barrel filled with cement with our mailbox sticking in the middle.
You haul her in, right?
Right.
Pull it back a few feet.
Yeah, and if it gets bumped by the snowplow, so be it. You just lift that sucker back up. I've lost. Oh yeah, we're in China.
We're in China. I've actually been to this street, to this city, and
oh really?
I guess,
that's right.
Yeah, for a couple weeks of my life, I was in China, and traffic there is nuts compared to the United States.
Right, it's totally different rules.
Crossing the center
rules
line
that you don't know about
on 4-lane streets is totally all right. Whipping back and forth. But with that known, the seatbelt's not going to help you at all. The level of danger that you're experiencing is kind of beyond seatbelts being applicable whatsoever.
Yeah, it's sort of like wearing a helmet to a sword fight or something.
You think you're just gonna get doffed on the head a few times?
Oi, mate, watch out for that cobblestone path, bruv. Only the seatbelts can protect you, mate. I need to be firmly to the seat going over these cobblestone paths, governor.
Yeah, and she also says she didn't see a whole another Westerner there.
But she liked that, though, didn't she?
I don't know. The thing is, that was the one time in China that we did see lots of other white people, because it was right near Russia.
Right.
And not to disparage anything about the experience, but that was the first time we weren't being photographed frequently because we were so unique. Just being white and being outside.
Right.
Felt like a movie star.
To me, you are a movie star.
Oh, stop it.
All right, before we get any farther down that weird road, why don't we move on to Veronica of Amazon?
Oh, Veronica.
Veronica here has a review for Genius Gamer. Let me read this whole title. Genius Gamer, elite gaming neurotropic, focus and brain booster supplement. Boost mental clarity, reaction time, energy, and concentration. Eye and vision vitamins with lutein, support eye strain, 80 pills. Oh. So again, the name of these pills, these caffeine pills with some eye vitamins in them, is Genius Gamer. Veronica wrote, to be fair, I bought 2 bottles, neither for gaming. One went to my college student. She said it worked well with her vitamins and helped her study without jitters. However, my high schooler tried it once, and he said it made him feel angry. The company does offer samples, 4 stars.
They made him feel angry?
That's all she says. My high schooler tried it once, and he said it made him feel angry.
I know everyone reacts to supplements and even food different ways. That's why you talk to your doctor before taking. But I've never had something that's made me feel angry.
This child was infused with the power of the gamer, and it left him feeling. It left him in a berserker mode.
It's got gamer rage in the bottle.
Yeah. He nearly snapped his PS4 controller in half.
I feel bad for the mother to have put that into her child. You know, she's trying to help her kids out, do well in school.
Yeah, she definitely noted that this was for study purposes and not for gaming purposes.
Teddy, time to take your vitamins. They make me angry, Mom! Teddy?
Man, he's reading Grapes of Wrath and really feeling the wrath.
They've got to treat him like a dog. Open your mouth, Teddy.
Yeah, let me put his gamer pills in a biscuit.
And some brownies.
Then he won't notice. He gives it to the kid. The kid like jumps on it and like a dog.
And just it washes over him all of a sudden.
Yeah, you see his eyes like sort of bug out. Vein pops on his forehead.
I want to go play street hockey. It's time to study now, Teddy.
Mom, this is not for video games, but I am a gamer. In every sense of the word. Mom! Just like...
Every time he yells, just more facial hair erupt from his chin. Mom!
But by the time he's out playing floor hockey, he looks like a full-on Viking. Some kid goes to check him and they just bounce off. I mean, he knuckle pucks it through the back of the net. Puts the stick over his head. Just a berserker war cry.
Teddy, want more?
Yeah, and then he just is on the couch crashed. That made me feel angry.
He's like de-changing from a werewolf. He comes back down.
Yeah. Yeah, like the Viking beard absorbs back up into his neck.
Reginald, get the boo-boo buddy out of the freezer. Teddy's coming back down from his rage trip, his bloodlust. It's fading.
Yeah, hearts out to Teddy. You know, I hope you can join the ranks of the gamers someday, brother.
He'll get there. Only if he does his studies, though.
That's right. Only if you pop these gamer brand pills, buddy. It's the only way.
Teddy's gnashing jaws make me think of this next review here. This is a review from Jay Reed on Chewy.com for the Tough One All Natural Himalayan Rock Salt Block Horse Treat. Jay Reed writes, Bo loves it. His favorite, and the rope makes it entertaining. Bo is a rescued horse. He was headed to slaughter. 5 stars. All it takes is salt.
Thanks for the details, buddy. We got Boxer Junior over here.
Yeah, I'll do better. Yeah. Just give me a little salt. I need a little salt to replenish.
I'll do all the work. I'll do the work.
I'll try harder.
Man, what a... I remember that's one of the few books that we read in high school
Animal Farm for those who are out of the lit picture.
Right, Animal Farm. It's a sort of a direct allegory to what happened in Stalinist Russia, as far as like leading up to the war, and the collapse of the economy as a result of the mistreatment, the misinterpretation of Marxism and such, or people bending it to their own ways. But I digress. Of all the books we read in class, the only two I think that everyone, from the nerdiest bookworm to the most slacker jock egghead, had a huge reaction to. The first one was, what's the one with Pony Boy?
Pony Boy.
Stay gold, Pony Boy. The Outsiders?
I haven't read The Outsiders, so I can't assist.
I believe it was called The Outsiders. A fantastic book, a big classic about youths down on their luck.
Mm-hmm. Jean jackets.
Yeah. A lot of people. Spoiler alert. Skip forward ahead 10 seconds if you don't want spoilers for like this 80-year-old book. But when Pony Boy kicks the bucket, or Pony Boy doesn't kick the bucket, Pony Boy's buddy. Anyway, when one of those little bastards kicks the bucket, everyone was in tears. That was a hard class to get through. Everyone really felt that one. And then also, I remember the day going to class, like, and like a group of jock kids, like, talking to me, knowing I was like the kid that actually read, did all the reading for English class. Mm-hmm. And they were like, man, is Boxer fucking awesome or what, dude? Boxer is such a badass, dude. Boxer is a tank, bro.
Oh, no.
And then, so I had finished the book. Spoiler alert. Boxer, the representative of the working class, the hard-working, fruit of the earth working people, he doesn't make it. He crumbles under his own worth ethic.
Gonna be made glue.
Yep, gets sent to the glue factory, and just like, bro, Boxer was a real one, dude. Real sadness in their voice. So, thank goodness for Bo. It sounds like Bo is living a great life.
Bo's got it together. Pour one out for Boxer. I cherish those moments when you could tell somebody hadn't done the reading. they make some statement like that. Like, uh-oh. I need to lock eyes with someone right now. Who's it going to be? Oh, yeah. We both know.
Yeah, I was like, man, you're going to be pouring out a little salt for a real one, dog. For all my dead thugs.
Ashes to ashes and salt to salt. But, yeah, Bo's got his block of salt. He's chewing on it. He's doing great. This was a learning experience for me. I did not know that Chewy.com had things for more than just dogs and cats and stuff.
Oh yeah, for horses, our car-like, our vehicular friends.
Yeah, and apparently other people didn't know that too, because there were reviews. Like, the product clearly says salt block horse treat, but there were reviews. The dogs don't like it. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Was there a dog character in Animal Farm? There was, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
All I remember is that, like, in the movie, Elaine, what's her name? Julia Louis-Dreyfus voiced the dog.
Oh, really?
I couldn't get over that.
Was the dog like, I forget, because was the dog like the innocent one?
She's
like
very sweet, yeah.
Yeah, the very sweet one. Who was the Uncle Tom? Who was the human kiss ass in that book?
Oh, God, it's been too long.
Was it a rat or something? Or like a cat? I bet it was a cat.
Probably a cat, little sons of guns.
Yeah, they don't get any of this salt lick. This premium salt lick.
It's Old Major.
Old Major.
I am Old Major, and the sheep will follow me.
That's a great impression. That's what he sounded like in the movie. 2 seconds before he kicks the bucket.
Yeah, he doesn't last long.
Yeah, old Major is this huge fat pig who births animal Marxism in the barn one night, and as he's letting everyone know how awesome it is, he kicks the bucket. He just he just like has a heart attack mid propaganda speech.
So the evil that he let out just ran crazy. That little Pandora's box slipped open, and he was talking about some crazy stuff, and now he's not here to lead us. Things are gonna get wild.
Yeah, to be fair, it wasn't his ideas. It was that bastard Snowball using his ideas for evil.
Yeah, Snowball.
Yeah, Snowball's a real piece of shit, folks. That's what I wish I had steered the conversation to my maybe planted some seeds of extreme politics in my jock friends. Like, yeah, Boxer's pretty cool, but how about Snowball? Real piece of shit, huh? They'd have been like, yeah, bro, what's his deal, man?
I don't like that animal. I just like horses.
Yeah, that's really what I'm getting at. Even though, like, by the end of the curriculum, you know, it's very clear. It's laid on very thick by the teacher. Like, this is a allegory for Marxism.
Mm-hmm.
I think those dudes were still like, dude, that horse was fucking sick, dude.
He was just trying harder and harder, man.
Yeah. That reminds me of, like, when I was, like, my girlfriend promised me we could, like, make out for an hour and a half if I scored 20 points on Saturday, bro. That I was like Boxer in that moment. I was like, pass me the rock, dude. Let me lick the salt.
Sick, man. Yeah.
Like, yeah, coach, lead me in, dude. I don't need no fifth man. I'm fucking Boxer the horse, dog.
I'll work harder.
Bro, I'll work harder. And then the ACL snaps. He goes down, and they send Chad to the glue factory.
Somebody get some smelling salts for him.
This is all. Oh, it's all gone.
And then he dies. Well, you know, in the honor of Boxer, let's have a little break. Everyone, remember to have a break out there too.
Take 5 minutes rest. Not that long.
Maybe 2.
Moment of silence. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. This week, I'm going to be taking over our little segment portion. So, welcome to the Brent's Wild Ride. This is a little segment that I'd like to call
Great Moments in Review History.
So today on Great Moments in Review History, we have an article titled Cinema, Cell Job by Frank Rich, Monday, June 4th, 1979, out of Time magazine. Do you have any idea what this review will be for?
Like a booby house?
You can say that. Some kind of twisted booby house we're about to go and dive down here.
A dirty flick joint? I don't know. excited either way.
It's dirty in its own way. It's got a little Dirt McGurk atmosphere. Shout out, old dirty bastard. Pour one out. A real one. Anyway, the review goes. Oh, it sells the farm. Shout out Boxer in the first word of the review. Anyway, Alien may prove to be Hollywood's most efficient money-making machine of the summer. Technically slick and commercially signal-minded, this film attempts to be a crossbreed of the scare tactics of Jaws with the sci-fi hardware of Star Wars. The result is a cinematic bastard, and a pretty mean bastard at that. Alien contains a couple of genuine jolts, a barrage of convincing special effects, and enough gore to gross out children of all ages. Now, what it is missing is wit, imagination, and the vaguest hint of human feeling. Luckily for Alien's creators, such ingredients are not really essential at the nation's box office, especially during the sunstroke season. Still, it's depressing to watch an expensive, crafty movie that never soars beyond its cold desires to score the big bucks. Unlike Jaws, Alien does not use stylistic cunning to excite the audience. It just shovels on the mayhem. Unlike Star Wars, Alien has no affection for fast movies of its genre. It just rips them off. Stripped of its futuristic settings and pretensions, this film is an old-time B monster picture. Alien might just as well be about a huge scorpion loose in a haunted house circa 1953. While the murder sequences are executed with all the realism money can currently buy, the innocence that ignited Vincent horror films is missing. Alien's steely, literal-minded approach to violence more often recalls last summer's joyless Jaws 2. The premise is slender. Because of the far-fetched plot developments, a crew of 7 Earthlings lets an alien invade its spaceship. As it returns home from a routine interstellar mission. The toothy alien is no fun. Oh my god. It's like, as I read this review, the elitist nerd in me is just screaming out from the inside for me to stop. Stop giving this man even more of an audience.
Yeah, we can tack back anytime you want.
Yeah, it's so he goes on to say the alien has a shitty design. That once the narrative pattern is established, the only suspense is involved in who will be eaten next. The movie's good actors are totally come off as totally bland. You can't make an emotional investment in them. There's too much bloodletting scenes. He signposts plot developments. The meandering of the ship's pet cat too often precedes the alien's attack. Scott's allusion to other movies do not reflect well on his own. Alien features an all-knowing computer called Mother that is no match in humor or malevolence to Hal. So the spaceship of 2001 A Space Odyssey, the spaceship's interior recalls both 2001 and Star Wars. The audience never learns about its array of gadgetry or overall layout of various chambers. Anyway, Alien, like the invasion of the body snatchers, also feels some nasty extraterrestrial pods, but there's no social commentary beyond the usual warnings of evil, of heartless technology. It goes on and on and on. He bookends it with Scott and Parker know too well that if you sell consumers a shiny package, few will question the value of the product inside.
What a grump.
What a grump, dude. So yeah, that's a review for Ridley Scott's Alien. Oh. A blessed sci-fi horror movie, I feel like.
The spaceship interiors looked like spaceships. That's
and let me get elitist nerd for a second too. The set designer or the head designer, the art director, I have one of those things was Geiger. What was that guy's first name? Let me look it up.
Richard
Geiger.
That's it.
Anyway, this amazing abstract artist did the design. He created the alien. The alien, he says the alien's just a lame B-movie scorpion. The
It's
alien is like the
iconic.
most so iconic, dude. How since 1979, how many films have tried and failed to capture the spirit of Alien?
It's so creepy. The first time you see that, it just strikes you. That's not how a head is supposed to be shaped. There's also not supposed to be another mouth coming out of that mouth.
No.
Drip, drip, drip of the acid drool.
And it's just grounded enough in like creepy biological wonders from Earth, like, you know, eels, moray eels have that second set of jaws, and they take that to the next level. And I didn't mean for this just to be me gushing over the movie. The first time I read it, I was just laughing at how mad this guy missed the point. But when he compares it to Jaws in space, it's like, yeah, man, that's why it's so good. They took that boring, that big shark movie and made it.
Because there's no, like, land in space that you can just... Let's watch from the shore. Let's scream. You can't scream in space. They can hear you scream on the Jaws beach.
It's like if Jaws had legs and you were in a submarine with him. Have you ever been on the Jaws ride at Universal?
No, I haven't. Only in video game version.
I actually have only been on it in Japan, which was a trip.
Okay.
Because the Fungineer or whatever, the Dream Engineer, the cast member, as Disney would call it, who runs the ride, it sort of narrates the thing. They have a shotgun that they're pretending to shoot Jaws with and stuff.
Oh,
and,
that's cool.
Yeah, so to hear all that in Japanese was pretty fun and wild. And plus, I was on the boat with like 4 Japanese high school boys who were talking a big game before they got on it, and then were the most scared.
Chicken boys.
Yeah, and it's not a very scary ride, but it is a fun one.
It sounds a lot like the old Great Movie Ride. It's now been replaced in Walt Disney World at Hollywood Studios, where you would go through various movies in your little tram, and the guy is narrating, here we are in the gangster films, watch out. And then, like, a gangster scene comes to life, and another actor kidnaps your tour guide. So the gangster is leading the guide. And then you get in the alien place, and there's, like, the alien animatronics coming out of the ceiling.
No way, there's a ride where you go through Alien?
And now it's not a ride anymore. It's going to be the first Mickey-themed ride ever in any of the Disney parks, which is cool. I'm excited for it when I get the chance to go. But it's going to leave a big hole in my heart. Even bigger hole left in my heart. There used to be an alien encounter, not technically ride, but experience. If you've been to Disney World, maybe you went to like the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids thing, where like the air blows on you because the dog is breathing at you.
The 4D experience.
This was like that, but with Alien. A legit alien in a big glass tube in the center of this circular amphitheater. And the lights go out and the thing busts out. It scared me so much. I'm getting goosebumps right now talking about it.
Honestly, I was just thinking about how, like, I just said, like, oh, yeah, Jaws was fun. It didn't really scare me. It was just a fun little time. I'm getting scared just thinking about being on that alien ride, dude.
Such a good... Just the alien design. That's all it is.
Right. If that movie is great without the alien design. The alien design, it makes it perfect. The movie's great without the alien design, and vice versa. The alien design is good enough to carry a whole movie.
Yeah.
And so is Sigourney Weaver in her panties.
Filthy.
I know. There's some real ones in the audience waiting for that joke, waiting for that low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, the fruit was hanging low. Yeah,
the fruit of the loom. Ha cha 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 cha.
Is that all we have to say about that?
I think that's all we have to say.
Okay, well, that was a wonderful segment. Thank you for bringing that. I'm going to bring us back down to earth to just an awful task. This is also...
Someone cue the rim shot for that one. That I think some of your segues, I need a rim shot radio engineer button for that. Soundboard, that's what I'm looking for.
A penicillin, because they are dirty. This product was submitted to me, not a specific review for this product, but just the product in general, and I got my dealer's choice of the many insane reviews that this product has. This was sent by good friend of both of us in the show, Ed Fernandez.
Yep, Ed Fernandez, friend of the podcast.
And it is the Bissel 3624 Spot Clean Professional Portable Carpet Cleaner, corded. Amazon review from It's Rob 11. He titles his review, "My family is messy." Only used a couple times, but it works great. Had a big red stain, fake blood from Halloween mask, on our white, shaggy area rug. This son of a Bissel got it right out, even after it had sat there for 6 months. Also, it took some unmentionable stains out of the mattress, and an old dog vomit stain from a rug. Now that I think about it, I live with a bunch of slobs, but Bissel makes life easier. 5 stars.
Who's the worst person? The slob, or the person opening the door to the world to the slobs?
Hey, my family is a mess. Come look.
My family is a disgusting. My family is a disgusting hills have eyes group of freaks.
Let me air my literal dirty laundry for everyone to see.
There's some blood on the carpet. I mean, it's from Halloween, huh?
6 months ago, though. You wouldn't replace the rug or get rid of it.
I have a mother who really.
I have one too. Yeah.
Good one, dude.
Sorry.
It's okay. I have a mother who is a big fan of white rugs. So growing up, it was made very clear you don't mess with that white rug, kid. All right,
treacherous territory.
Right. If you're on there, you're being a polite young man. Keep and nothing
Kool-Aid
less.
In the kitchen.
Yeah, there's no quote unquote Halloween blood going on anywhere near that white rug in the front room. But this family just doesn't give a dang doodle.
They don't care.
Leatherface is doing his thing over mom's new white rug. And this guy, what's this kid's name?
The reviewer?
Yeah.
It's Rob 11.
Rob 11? Rob 11 thinks it's sweet. Rob 11 thinks everyone's got to know about his. He's like, not only do I have a funny bristle pun, I also got some gross out humor here. Rob 11's a little garbage pail kid.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to my house of horrors.
Want to know how I got these scars? It was from a bristleback. My father, my mother, was a bit of a white carpet enjoyer. Someone ring the bell. There's our first Dark Knight Joker joke, everybody.
Yeah,
and we didn't even. I think consciously we haven't even touched on that mattress.
That's because I don't want to touch that mattress.
Right.
Consciously, I want to stay away from it.
Yeah, that mattress. I don't care how good your vacuum is. Some things can't be cleaned.
I don't care how much you use the word unmentionable. But when you mention it,
it
cancels out.
I don't think he knows what unmentionable means. He's really got to break down the etymology of that thing.
5 people did find this review helpful, so maybe he's just trying to show all the uses it could possibly have.
Yeah,
Serial killers. This is you're going to want to have it in the back of your car with your duct tape and your bungee cords because let me tell you, it gets blood right out.
Yeah, it's a very Dennis from Always Sunny situation. Among his tools, his quote unquote tools, I like to bind, and I like to be bound. He also has a bristleback. No one take that quote out of context. That is obviously an Always Sunny reference that I was using for the bit with Rob 11. Let it be known. let's move on before we sink deeper in these unmentionables, shall we?
Get the stink off of us.
I think the best review I have to follow that one is a review from Influencer. Influencer is a place I found. I think it's just a place where you review sort of chain products, name brand products. This is a review from Julie J, and she is a sweet tooth expert, level 1. And it is a review for Ring Pops. Ring Pop, the cherry candy that is on a ring. Or the sucker candy.
Give it to your middle school girlfriend.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she'll appreciate that one.
She'll hold your hand so hard.
Oh. Watch out.
Off the white rug, kids. None of that.
Yeah.
None of that hand holding on the white rug. I see that cherry ring.
If she holds that hand any harder, there might be some unmentionables flying about.
God.
Anyway, she purchased this at Walmart, and she had to say about Ring Pops, the flavor of these are awesome. However, I'm giving it 3 stars because my son got the entire Ring Pop stuck in his mouth. I had to pull it out. He could have got choked. I don't really recommend these to anyone.
He got... what?
Yeah, I think what happened here is the Ring Pop passed the precipice of the mouth, both the pop and the ring.
Oh no!
And so it went back and got stuck in the throat. But thank goodness the Ring Pop, the ring, the top part of it, the sort of plate that holds the sucker, I think stopped it from going all the way down. So as far as I'm concerned, this Ring Pop saved this dumb little kid's life.
And Mom just had to, glove up and reach in his gullet to get that sucker out. I wonder what it sounded like. Because if he's choking, he's not making any sound except for whatever he's falling into. Daddy, open your mouth.
She's got the jaws of life going in there.
And while his mouth is open, she drops some gamer genius down there.
Take that, that'll patch you right up, kid. He's got his little alien second mouth popping out, trying to get the Ring Pop back.
That's what it was. The second mouth has its mind of its own.
Yeah, I was trying to grab that Ring Pop and bring it down into its little lair inside his third stomach.
I want some too. I never get suckers.
Yeah, the flavor was so good, as she touched on that. That should be the Ring Pop tagline. Your second mouth is gonna love it. Everyone knows how picky second mouths are.
This sounds awful.
Yeah, her little moray eel of a son just couldn't control himself around these pops.
I hurt.
Yeah, you're feeling a little exhausted after that one?
Yeah.
Let's what do you think? It's about time to do some plugs.
Yeah, plug your mouth right up with a Ring Pop.
Plug that sucker up, you snowball, you loudmouth pig.
I have a good review to close us down today, so let's plug away.
Let's plug away. Well, thank you guys for making it through this lovely jaunt through the internet that we led you through. We can't say enough how we appreciate you guys listening.
Yeah, it's good when it's just us, but it's great when there's other people enjoying it too. It's a Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Rest in peace in Florida, anyway.
I know we're going to wrap things up, but that reminds me of a story.
Tell it quickly.
Yeah, so my acting coach, and one of my acting professors in college, I took an intro acting class one semester, and he told the story of he was doing the children's play, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride or Bogus Journey or whatever it's called, with another professor at college, so it's sort of a story about him. But anyway,
Frog and Toad. Oh.
Yeah, Frog and Toad. They're doing Frog and Toad, and they're both really into method acting, right? So the idea is that every time you do the play, it's a little bit different because you're not really just reading the script and trying to do a take on the line the same every time. You're trying to inhabit that character's mind, and
they're both really into meth too, so it's really different every time.
Yeah, take a little meth, do a little method acting, see what pops up. Anyway, one time the guy was he sort of rolled his eyes. They were supposed to be sitting on a snail or something and like riding it to their next adventure.
Sick.
And the guy who was playing the toad rolled his eyes back in his head and started like licking his lips and moaning lightly, and it was during an audition, so my professor lost it. He just started laughing, and he's like, "What are you doing, dude? What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, frogs are known to pee themselves when they're happy."
Oh no.
So yeah, he was method acting, urinating on the spot.
Oh, bust out the Bissel. That's disgusting.
Can that be our catchphrase? Bust out the Bissel. Okay, with that, if you want to send us you see a weird or funny review somewhere online and you'd like to send it in for us to muse over, we'd love to have it. Please send an email with a hyperlink to reviewparty.com, gmail.com. You can also find a link to that on our website at reviewparty.com.
dotcom.com.
Yep.
Do it, brew it. We also, as always, want to thank our friends Nosebleeds for letting us use their song "Bread for Breakfast." They got their new music out yet? That new music coming soon?
Not quite. Not
that
quite.
New music is coming soon.
Yeah, we'll be the first to let you know, folks. Follow us on Twitter at reviewpartypod, at reviewpartypod. Subscribe and follow wherever you're listening. Leave a review on iTunes. If we get any funny iTunes reviews, we will definitely feature them on the show.
Punk us.
Yeah. Just make it 5 stars, but the body of the review, feel free to dunk on us or whatever you want to do. What we're saying is you have no freedom not to leave us a 5-star review, but you do have total freedom within the body of said 5-star review.
And if it's not too much to ask, please share with friends. This is a gift that costs you nothing to give to someone else. So if you find enjoyment in it, somebody else might too. And just pass it along.
Right. That's sort of the fun things about podcasts. We don't get much help from any algorithms or anything like that like YouTube does. What we do get a ton of real help from is word of mouth and getting your friends to enjoy this podcast with you. We also have a shop, reviewparty.com. Click on shop.
There's some sick stuff there. Check it out.
Some stuff that'll make you sick. Some unmentionable stuff that will just mess you up, dog.
Speaking of getting sick, my final review for today is for The Demon at Six Flags Great America.
I love that ride.
I love the theme song and the ride. Porter J. Haggerty writes, "Now this is why I have brain damage. 1 star.
Oh no! I'm sorry, Jay.
Ouch.
That is all from these lads today. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
Take it easy out there, folks.
Bust the Bissel.
Bust the Bissel. Bust the Bissel.